Okay, I just want to make this video. I'm in the middle of working out, doing some punching the punching bag stuff. Anyways, doesn't matter. I just want to explain the hand thing. So I was watching this video on the subreddit philosophy called Adorno on the Far Right, 1967. Seems to be a German philosopher talking about the rise of fascism and the psychology behind it. I found it super interesting. I'm going to link it. I might even redo this video as like a commentary sort of thing of it, like following along. But for now, this is what I will record. So I just want to read off kind of my thoughts, my comment on this, just to kind of get it going on what my whole point of this video is. So I said this. What I wonder is if these rifts between liberal and conservative should exist more on a micro level as a solution or substitute for societal ideologies. If the nuclear family is revived on a societal level, perhaps these pendulum swings of conservative and liberal values can be managed by, say, a husband and a wife. Perhaps the German generation preceding the rise of Nazism had a broken family system, whereas Jews generally maintained a good family structure that was supported by their church that could withstand economic depression. And not to say Judaism is the solution for everything, but as a hierarchical structure of beliefs that when the husband fails, belief takes its place. When the wife fails, the children fill in that place to all support one another. And this is where I go into another part of it. Perhaps love is bottom up and fear is top down. The archetypal masculine figure being like at the top of the traditional archetypal masculinity and femininity. The archetypal masculine figure goes out into the world and faces the unknown with the basis of conquering fear. The archetypal feminine figure absorbs what comes home and faces this fear left over with a support structure of love. Whatever comes home is loved and whatever is outside the home is conquered. If what is outside the home isn't conquered and allowed to infect the home, chaos and fear become loved and nurtured and allowed to grow. So this is just some ideas that I had and put it into a comment on Reddit. You can check it out if you want to. But I just kind of wanted to riff off of this. It's very interesting to see that on a societal level, we are kind of split in these ideologies that, as Jordan Peterson would say, infect us. They take on we take on this persona of ideology. We become the ideology. And it's interesting also, as Jordan Peterson notes, I'm a big fan of his, is that if you don't have religion, ideology takes its place. And ideology is not as sophisticated as religion. Christianity and Catholicism, to be more specific, those are the ones I'm most familiar with. I'm sure other religions have these similar tendencies, is that it is more based upon a love. Of a love thy neighbor sort of thing. And ideologies, it's more of like, this is my group. This is who I am. And then everything else is the danger, is the enemy, and it kind of stems from that. So I think that perhaps, and this is just ideas, I'm not saying this is the truth, but just kind of work with me here. If the nuclear family is revived, as I say in my comment, if it is revived, then maybe these archetypal ideologies that we take can be reabstantiated into the archetypal husband and wife sort of structures. And kind of taking it back to like more of a archaic Neanderthal sort of perspective on this, like if the man goes out and hunts the tiger or whatever, he conquers the chaos and fear in the outside world. Perhaps that is what he is useful for. And the mother and the children are an innocent source of love. And this is interesting in terms of the leftover fear, unknown, and chaos that comes back into the mother and children are projected back onto the world even more so. The children, if they're left to take in the fear and the chaos of the world, they're going to live the rest of their lives usually in a fearful sort of state and nurturing that fear because all they know. Okay, sorry, my video stopped, so I'm just gonna continue on my phone here. So if this chaos that the mother and the children and everything take in, it's what is substantiated through the rest of their lives usually, and this is obviously not good. This can be detrimental to their whole entire lives and everything they expound into the people around them, and usually they're more outcasted. Uh, very, very interesting consequences. And in my comment, I kind of go back to Nazism and the preceding generations of that, in that possibly, and I need to read more about the generations before it, but possibly the generations preceding Nazism and the Hitler's youth and stuff grew up possibly in broken homes, in these structures where this chaos of the world and everything was so expounded onto them or infecting them that they were looking for this father figure. Kind of like the Mein Führer stuff. Like they're looking for a father figure to substitute in for the archetypal masculine figure. Now, this was the problem. Obviously, Nazism did not go well, and that's an understatement. It's more of a joke, as the irony of saying that is understated. They're looking for a father figure, and I think this can be translated back in today's society, where many of us take on these ideologies of left and right, liberal, conservative, far left, far right, everything, and then like centrist is like this weird, like vague, unknown thing. But I find that the most well integrated people in society tend to be from religious and nuclear family structures. And maybe this is the solution to what we need in today's society. And the destruction of the nuclear family is maybe the worst thing that can happen to a society. So there's probably more I want to talk about there, but that kind of gives the idea of what I was wanting to talk about. So yeah, I guess I'll end the video there. But like, subscribe. If you want to hear more about this kind of stuff, I have a new locals community starting up. I'm doing language analysis. I'm still considering making it paid. So if you want to get on that now while it's free, I recommend it. I'm going to be analyzing people's blog posts or their diaries and helping them understand better what their words, their subconscious is trying to tell them through their words. So check that out. I'll link all that stuff below, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks.